Hi, guys. Today we're going to look at how to create an energy pyramid that actually reflects the amount of energy that's passed up through an ecosystem. Okay. And so while you see pyramids like these, that's not wrong to have a pyramid like that. But it just doesn't really show you a good idea of how much energy you're actually passing through an ecosystem. And so I really wanted you to have a good idea of that. And so for this little activity, we're going to draw an energy pyramid that looks more like a stack of rectangles rather than an actual triangle. Now, either one of these are just fine to represent it because you get the idea either way, but I wanted to do it this way today. So you will have a place, the Sahara Desert or something. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? That you are going to be drawing your energy pyramid for. And so what I want you to do is I want you to take your paper in this landscape way. So I don't know hamburger versus hot dog, but whatever the longer way. Anyway, you know. And so you're going to take your paper and you are going to make your producers on the very bottom, and it's going to take up the whole entire paper. So use the centimeter marking as you go and just draw your first one, and it's going to be 28 centimeters, and I'm going to draw on the bottom. I'm just going to make the width of the ruler the width of my pyramid just for easy. You can make it a little bigger if you wanted. Sometimes I tell my students make it 5 centimeters, and this one is 3.5. So you technically could have, oops, you can't even see that. So you technically could make it 5 centimeters if you want, like make a fatter one if you want to have more space to draw. That's fine. Okay, and so that's going to be your producers. And so you'll write producers on it. Oh gosh, try not to make it ugly like my handwriting. And then you'll draw some of the plants. So if we're doing like the Sahara Desert, I'm going to draw like a cactus, right? A really weird looking cactus. Oh gosh, it's embarrassing. And so there's one producer because that's a plant, right? And then maybe I'll draw some of those weird like aloe vera looking things. Okay. And maybe a different kind of cactus, like a barrel cactus or something. A little prickly cactus, okay? And different things. So I want you to have 4 producers, okay? And I want you to label them. So this is a barrel cactus, okay? This is aloe vera. It's funny, I'm totally just making this up. You're gonna have to come up with your own. And this is another cactus thing, so called this saguaro cactus. I don't know, I'm just gonna call it a cactus. Okay, but you'll need to actually look yours up, okay? So you'll look up your environment for yours and you'll label them. Now here's the 10% rule. This is where it gets fun, okay? So if this one is 28, so I'm gonna say 1 centimeter equals like 1,000. So I'm gonna say 28,000. You can say whatever number you want. We're going to say kilocalories. So kcal. Okay. So if that's 28 centimeters, because that's how much I can see that it is right here. You see my 28 there? So 10% of that, I just need to move my decimal once, and it should make my number smaller. That's the rule. So now I need 2.8. So the first thing I want to do is I want to mark my little paper so that I know where the center is. So that's the center, that little tiny mark I just made there. Okay, and now I'm going to put 2.8 centimeters. That's like, well, that's 2.5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. So let's see, that'd be 1.4 is the halfway point because that's like 14, 28. Okay, so and I'm supposed to like make it this high as this thingy. So that there, and then 2.8 is going to be like right there. Okay. Okay, so that's my next level. Oh gosh, that's ugly as homemade sin. Okay. Okay, so that's my producers right there. So this tiny adorable little thing is how much did I say? So I got to move my decimal once. So 2,800 kilocalories. And it's the primary consumers. Okay, that's an O. So now so I had 4 of these. Oh, I didn't have 4. There's another one. So I had 4 producers. I need 3 primary consumers. So what's going to eat my plants so the energy can pass up? 10% of energy. In the desert? Oh gosh, I don't even know what eats plants in the desert. It's probably some sort of like bat. I think they come out at night. Oh, that's beautiful, Miss Wilhite. You are the greatest bat drawer ever. So that's little ears, little bat. Okay. Yeah. Here's a moth, kind of like a butterfly. Just pretend like it's a moth, okay? And so I need to label them like bat, moth, something else that eats plants. Here's a little bug. I don't know. Anyway, you got to look those things up, okay? All right, so now I have 2,800 kilocalories at 2.8. Oh, Lantis Goshen, guys, I have to get, what? I have to get, instead of 2.8 centimeters, now I have to get 0.28 centimeters. Like that's like 2 millimeters. Okay. Holy cow, that's tiny. Okay, so these are my secondary consumers. Do you see why you might want to make it like 5 centimeters tall so that you have more space to write? Okay, so these are my secondary consumers, and they're going to make sure you write your energy on here. So from 2,800, they're going to get 280. Do you see I'm just moving my decimal in every time? Okay, so that's how you do the 10% rule. You just 10% moves up. What happens to the other 90%? Well, these guys used it. The producers used their 90% or released it as heat, because every time you do a reaction, creates heat. So 90% was lost. So there's only 10% available for the primary consumers. And then what 10% they got, they used 90% of it or lost it as heat in all those little reactions. And so then there's only 10% of that left for secondary consumers. And then at the wee top, which something is so tiny, I can't even, like, that's way too thick, but whatever. So these are your tertiary. Okay. Okay, so then you're going to have 28 kilocalories there. Okay, so you start to see really soon why you can't have like a bunch of tertiary consumers in an ecosystem. There's just literally not enough energy available there. Like there's just not. Okay, secondary consumers are going to eat these things. So I guess that could be like a snake. There he is. Oh, heaven help us. What kind of tongue does that thing have? Sketchy. And then maybe a little lizard thingy-majigger. Okay. And so I'd label those snake, and there's a lizard, whatever. And then tertiary consumer, like a hawk. Looks just like the bat, doesn't it? Okay, so there's my hawk. Okay, so basically what I want you to do is 4 producers, 3 primary consumers, 2 secondary consumers, 1 tertiary consumer, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I want you to have measured out with centimeters how many, like 1 centimeter equals, I don't know, however many kilocalories you want. So, okay, you have to have 4 producers, 3 primary consumers, 2 secondary, 1 tertiary. You have to have the energy at each level, okay? And then you also have to have them labeled and drawn and hopefully colored, but you may not have time to do all of that, okay? That's what you're going to do. Now, you'll have time to work on this tomorrow as well. And then on Friday, you're going to have a quiz over energy pyramids like these, and also food webs and food chains. And so we'll work on that. Trying to think of when you worked on that. I don't know. I'll make sure that we get that in there for you. Okay. All right. So you'll have, after your quiz tomorrow, you'll have a little bit of time to work on finishing up your energy pyramids and everything. Okay. I'll be sure to let your teacher know how you can work on your food webs and food chains in class tomorrow too. I'll give you at least a practice self-grading worksheet. Okay. All right. Have a great day. Remember, I'm just across the hall. If you need anything, let me know.